year, Wood County celebrates its bicentennial. The exhibit, Utopia, is a nice reflection of that bicentennial.
The 200th anniversary of the founding of the county is very important. We are one of 13 counties in the state of Ohio that became a county in 1820, but none of us were alive in 1820. What is it that really connects us to the place that we live now? When I met Taylor and we talked about doing a photography exhibit on Wood County, she was only 21 years old, very energetic, very thoughtful about photography, and her only assignment was to travel the county and photograph things that inspired her.
I've always been a part of the community. I was born and raised in Perrysburg, Ohio, and so I went through the Perrysburg School District and graduated in 2014 alongside my high school sweetheart and husband. I later went to school in the county at Bowling Green State University. What inspired me to take on the exhibit was my love for the area, and I really wanted people to be proud of their home when they looked at these images. The back roads of Wood County really inspired a lot of the images that you'll find in this exhibit. The photo, This Year's Harvest, was the first that came to my mind. There was a ton of planning that went into this photo. I was able to meet the incredible farmers over at Mosier Farms, and they allowed me to kind of ride alongside of them for a day and shoot them while they were harvesting their crops. And so it was a really cool experience to be able to meet an actual farmer, shoot them doing their job, and then also learn about the industry as well. When I was driving up to Lucky, Ohio, I found this massive abandoned factory, and I ended up shooting it, and then later on I learned that it was a beryllium factory, and it had a lot of history in the area. In the exhibit you'll find a couple different techniques that I used. One of them was high dynamic range images. It's called HDR for short. You're taking multiple exposures to get the darkest darks and the lightest lights, and then in post what you do is you put them all together. And one of the photos that is showcasing this technique is the photo Tank is Full. I also really like using the technique painting with light. To do this, what you do is you set up your camera on a tripod, and then from there you set your camera on a long exposure. And then I take a flashlight, and while the camera is shooting, I am able to paint what I want emphasized in the photo. So a couple of the photos that we have in the exhibit where I'm using painting with light is Yellow, Waterville Bridge, and Fort Meigs at night. We also focused on things that were our county's traditions and that showcased some of our culture.
I'm asking people, take a photograph. It doesn't matter if you're a professional photographer or not. What connects you to the community? And please bring it to the museum. View Taylor's work and take your photo and add it to her sense of utopia by putting it on the board within our exhibit.
While I was shooting this exhibit, I put thousands of miles on my car, and I actually ended up taking about 6,000 images for this exhibit. Because of the nature of the exhibit and us trying to display different industries, different themes and feelings, we weren't able to showcase every single town that is in Wood County, but I had a really awesome time exploring.
Young people definitely have something to contribute to history. In the professional museum field, we're always working on getting younger generations interested.
Exhibits like Utopia are made possible from visitors like you, through membership to the Historical Society, through donations, and through admissions. The museum is able to continually provide poignant and engaging exhibits like this one. We take advice from our members and our visitors as to what they want to see, and we try to stay aware of topics that are important in our community so that our exhibits can reflect what's happening.